Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking about the next section, which entails creating and managing a parking listing. So the first thing I'm going to walk you through is opening up the listing dashboard. So if you want to host parking, all you do is click My Listing. This is really your host and listing dashboard. I already have a listing created, but I'm going to walk you through how to create a new one. You're going to click Create Listing, and we're going to add a new one. We'll just say West Maple Driveway, and we'll say Park on West Maple Street during game day. And we're gonna add a location. Let's do 800 West Maple Street. And we're gonna ask, we're gonna do 15 hours. It's really close to the game. Autofill from address is gonna get that location so we can get our map view looking. Um, and you can include any parking instructions. Click create listing. Awesome. Next thing we can do is upload our photos. This is a really great feature to have. Choose our photos. I already had some photos uploaded. I'm going to choose this one right here. This can be a good cover one. You also have the option to add multiple, which is very nice. Awesome. And then when you go to back to my listings, it'll be live updated right there. The next thing I'm going to do is set my availability. Really quickly, if you want to delete your photos, there's an X right there. Set your availability. This allows parking to become active and talk about it. It'll disable when it's not active. So you're going to click Manage Availability, and you're going to use the time slot calendar to add availability windows by selecting a start date and an end date. So we're going to do the 6th through, let's do July 6th. And you're going to set the number of spots available. Let's say I have 10 spots over on West Maple, and you're going to click Add Slot. The next thing you can do is you can also do a different spot. So say I'm going to be back in town from September 3rd to October 3rd, but I only have 5 spots available. I can add that, and it's going to be right there. And as people book, this will go down as well. To remove a slot, you're just going to click delete next to it. And slots that have confirmed reservations are grayed out and cannot be re-edited. Cannot be deleted. Awesome. The next thing we're going to talk about is when you go back to My Listings, edit or delete a listing. All you're going to do is click edit, and you can edit any of these features. If you want to delete a listing, you can just go back to um, this delete tab right here, which will completely delete the listing. I don't want to delete this listing, but it will delete it for you and cancel any reservations that you have. Only you can edit and delete your own listings, which is a really good feature to have. The next really cool feature is disabling a space. Say I don't want to completely modify my availability, but I don't necessarily want to um, have it on for the time being. So I click disable space. I can select whichever one I want, and I can disable, block new bookings, and re-enable. So I click disable, active, and then when I go back to my listings, it'll show that I had it disabled, and it's not going to be available for booking anymore. And then to re-enable it, I can go here, select re-enable, and it allows bookings again. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our view earnings chart. When you go to My Listings, you can look at your reports and you can see who has booked your reservations, when they have booked them as well. So Silas Hunt, someone booked it on 5/8, and that was canceled. However, so it'll show when it's confirmed and canceled, which is a super nice feature. And you can also go back to Business Analytics and you can show no one has booked these listings yet, only people have canceled. However, it'll show you how much money you have made, booking status, confirmed, canceled, reservations, and parking usage. The last feature on the host dashboard is our towing. Say someone is parked in your space, you don't necessarily want them parked there, or you're having problems. You can select any one of these and you can say which spot it is. So, say someone is parked in my West Maple spot, I can contact Fayetteville City Towing, and that shows them contact areas exactly. Um, I don't want someone parked there. They're parked in spot one. Say it's a gray Honda Civic. Wednesday, May 6th, and I can submit a tow request. And that will pop up in my notifications as well. And the last feature we're going to talk about is messaging a driver. So if I'm in my notifications, I go to messages. I can contact whoever, as a driver, houses, parking that I've booked and who has also booked my thing, booked my reservations before. So I can message Sammy and I'll have a banner say, I reserved Garland Avenue Park from May 9th, 1 to 5 p.m. Hi, Sammy. Excited to park here. Do you know if there is shade? Perfect. And then Sammy will receive that message and can go back in and reply. An unread badge in the navigation bar indicates new messages. So, for example, as a host, Riley reserved my space, and I have two more messages from her.